Hey. Hope everybody's doing good. Carl Bryan coming at you with my buddy Patrick Bell. Yo, Pat. What's happening?
Here, doing some good work, I hope, and make dreaming on the software some more and making some good steps. So
You hope. You just sent me an email, and I can confirm for everyone that there is no hoping going on when Pat's in charge. He's got some funky stuff going on here, lads. We're all in lads and lasses that we're all going to be very pleased with. But anyways, so Pat, what do you think? What do we got planned for today, bud? We're going to do some Q&A and show them some cool stuff, correct? Is that what we're doing?
I'm not sure there's a lot of cool stuff to show. It's software, just subtle changes throughout, nothing major, but little things that help, I guess.
There we go. That's what we want to hear. So again, guys, it's a Q&A call. So you guys provide the Q, Pat and I provide the A. So if you got a question, chuck it in the box there. Or just raise your hand and we will open you up. And
Yeah,
on that note,
Carl, I'll show one just as we get going here.
Oh, sure, that'd be great.
Yeah, so here we had the tour on the side under training, and you'd be able to see the tour when you first came in. Now we've just parked it here on the side. So if you want to take the tour again, you can just do it there. Little things like this, right, we're kind of updating through the software. So just little
Cool.
things as we go. And, we've got William and Calvin on some major projects and doing the dreaming behind that. We're going to bring in our designer and get the designer to do her magic, and then it gets implemented. But those are bigger projects. So yeah, we'll get there.
Love it. Good stuff, man. What's the so company assessment? The two sets. Just when I'm searching, I'm either searching company or assessment. Is that what I'm looking at there? Am I right?
Well, that's been there all along. So if you think, hey, where did that assessment go? I called it let's call it a jump start. Well, I need to do an assessment for a jump start. Is there anything there? So anything with the word jump in it will show up. This has been around a while.
Cool. Okay.
Nothing.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. And then company is just the company. So that's what's.
Yeah. So company, you go A, B. Anything with A, B in it is right there. So.
Yeah, gotcha. Very cool. Okay, and then the tour. So the tour. I was getting confused with the tour. There you go. And the tour, there's a button. Cool.
Good for
Looking
now.
good, man.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay, so Alan has got a question. Again, guys, put up your hand or plunk it in the box. Alan Hirsch, you are self-muted, my friend. Got to unmute yourself.
I don't have
There
a
he
question,
is, Alan.
but,
You are live.
I am, excuse me, I'm live. I don't have a question. I guess I had one the other night, but it was really a suggestion. But I'm trying to reach him privately. So on the magazine, having been a publisher, I know a lot about magazine and books.
Oh, you do? So what do you mean? Go further for me? What do you mean? Talk to me about the magazine. What did you want to say, or what was your suggestion?
Publisher that was selling online editions wanted to go to a print guide.
Yep.
A printed magazine.
Yep.
And there are ways to do that if you want to go to a printed magazine and not charge.
Gotcha. Tell me about your background with the magazines.
Well, I was my family business. My family was in publishing from 1890, and technically until today.
Okay.
So it's 130 years. And I ran the publishing company from 82 to 2001, when we converted it into a licensing company.
Wow. There you go. And what is still rocking? So what's the state of it today?
It's still generating revenue out of 20-year-old book and older. We have a collection of 6,000 postcards and 150 original pictures from the turn of the 20th century.
Wow. There you go. Cool. What's the name of the magazine? Curious?
Well, the name of the company was I&M Ottenheimer, the Ottenheimer Publishers. We did a number of magazines for Curtis circulation in the 70s and 80s.
Cool. Do you have a passion for magazines?
No.
No? Okay. All right,
I did not have a passion for magazines. I had them for books.
For books. Do me a
Yeah.
favor, Alan. Could you send me an email? I don't know if you know, my personal email address is Carl with a K, carl@focuseded.com.
Yeah.
Could you send me an email? And just, I'd like to have a conversation with you about that on another topic, if you don't mind.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, carl@focused.com. Yeah, please.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be glad
Awesome.
to.
Yeah, that'd be great. Okay, awesome, Alan. Well, good stuff, man. Well, I'm glad you accidentally put up your hand. So there you go. We'll have a good conversation.
Okay.
I'm going to put you, and now if I press you for a question on the software, what would you say?
Well, I have not used it yet, but I will be using it. I've been doing going back to some old clients and suggesting it to them. So, and I said that I said to them that I'm working on writing this new software, and I was wondering if I could test it out on them.
Yep. Good job.
And so I've got 4 of the old clients in the next 2 weeks, one this week and next week and the week after, and then I have one in January that's going to go over the Jumpstart, the 12 questions. What?
Okay, can I give you a thought?
Okay.
When you're going to past clients, instead of going to them, there's, features, advantages, benefits, right? You probably heard that old FAB technique, right? The benefit is you can find any business owner $100,000 in 45 minutes without them spending an extra dollar on marketing or advertising. So I'm not sure if you did, but like when I went to past advertisers or past folks from my magazine, the way that I'd be approaching it is that that's the benefit. So I would say that. And then I would follow it up with that it's backed up with software. My software has 497 million weighted algorithmic sequences that we're going to rip your business through to populate a roadmap you'll be able to use over the next 12 months.
Well, I didn't go into the number of the logarithms for but I did talk about that it is a marketing program that'll help them find $50,000 to $100,000 in additional sales in the first 45 minutes. So I did talk about that. All right, cool.
So so I would just lead with that. And it's not just for you, Alan, but the benefit of everybody listening. But the benefit is the 100K in 45 minutes, supported by software, as opposed to I want to put you through my new software. That's a little bit of a big difference in conversions if you adjusted that approach.
Okay.
The 100K goes on top, and then the software follows up. So, little FYI. Cool, bananas?
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Great. You bet. Okay, Alan, well, good luck with it. Let us know how that goes. I look forward to chatting to you. All right. Lauren Smith has a look at that. We got a couple of questions. Look at that. Nice and early. Lauren Smith, you are self-muted. Got to unmute yourself. Get the hand up. Lauren Smith, we're coming for you. Go, go, go. Okay, Lauren, you might be trying to find your mute button. Oh, good. I'm going to go down to Michelle, but Lauren, we'll unmute you. We'll unmute you. And if we can't, Lauren, just plunk your question in the chat box, and I can just read it out. Michelle Purvis. Michelle with one L. Michelle with one L. How's it going?
Yeah, pretty good. Thanks. How are you?
Fabulous. What's happening? Sunny Australia.
Yeah, sunny Australia. Not so sunny today. It's windy and a bit overcast, but that's okay. Hey, I just got a question. It's not strictly PAS related, but I was listening to a recording this morning and I thought, I'm going to jump on today and ask you anyway. Today I'm doing a podcast with a guy it's called Talking Numbers. So it's a podcast for accountants. And one of the things that I've had a discussion with the guy who runs it before about, accountants and struggling to implement consulting and coaching and so forth into their practices. And one of the things that we touched on was how they tend to use software as, as the be all and end all, as opposed to asking questions. So I was just trying to work out a way to weave in our software to the discussion around that without being salesy, if that makes sense.
Can you just tighten up the question? So you're going, give me just again, Cole's notes of what you just said. Like you want the accountant to be able to go to their clients and move them towards consulting versus just doing the compliance work. Would that be right?
Yes. So basically, that's right. So,
gotcha.
Yeah. So basically, though, from my story from being an accounting, selling a practice, and then moving into coaching is what he wants me to talk about, and how I would recommend that other, accounting firms that are looking to get into that space, how they would do that.
Yep. So here's what you do. We need to do a review of your financial statements, right? First of all, they're not even creating financial statements a lot of the time. This is first problem, right? In order to do that, we want to move towards creating financial statements, but what we want to be able to do is book a time to discuss your financial statements, right?
Yeah.
So then, like, who's not going to book that? And then remember, before the call, we're always set the intention before we pick up the phone. And then the goal is to move them into 100K, 45 minutes without spending $1 on marketing or advertising. And if that's too much for the accountant, which we both know, like that will be sometimes, it's just, we want to dive a little bit deeper into your business so that I understand where there are some opportunities, because these numbers are good, but I want to help them become great. So they're great and we want to make them outstanding. So let's get together for an hour and a half and I'll run you through our growth software. So that's how. Just you need to set a review, set aside time to review your financial statements, and whether that's their tax returns or their financial statements. That's what I would say.
Yeah. Like the audience here are pretty proactive accountants, so that's generally they would be meeting with their clients at least once, probably 4 times a year already. Yep. So they've got the client in front of them. It's just how do they then pivot into selling, coaching, and asking the right questions.
Growth. We need to put you through. So what we're really doing is, we're knocking together your financial statements and whatnot. What I'd really like to do is move you into. We've got some growth software that's going to uncover some pretty exciting and unreal financial and growth opportunities for your business, but there is a process to be able to uncover that. So let's book 90 minutes for that process. So they know this isn't about, like reading your financial statements is about the past, right? Now, this conversation is going to be about your future. This is like, and maybe the accountant will be more comfortable using the word projections, right? So that would be something they'd be more familiar with. I'd like to, let's set aside a time for the projections and the future growth for your company. Do you like that? Would that work?
Yeah. No, that's good. Yeah,
and it's
cool.
90 minutes and then bingo, bango, bongo. Actually, Michelle, before we do, Michelle, I'd like you to tell everybody just a little bit about your background, because you got a pretty cool background. But Pat, would you expand upon anything for Michelle there? She's a successful accountant dealing with accountants.
Well, if you're, the one thing I just want to kind of touch on what you'd already said is the accountants normally deal with the past, and we're trying to deal with the future or projections. And helping accountants move from what they're traditionally involved in the past and getting them to think forward into growth, that might be a challenge to get those accountants moving in that direction, unless you can show the benefit to the accountants of why they'd want to start asking those questions and actually how easy the whole process is and what benefit they can bring to their clients. And hopefully there's a JV set up with business coaches where if it's Michelle, then it's great, but a business coach who can actually help that person implement solutions. It's a major shift going from the past to the future.
That's right. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, Michelle, could you give us a real quick 101 on your background? I'd like everybody to hear your magic.
I don't know about magic, but I started an accounting practice that I sort of took from nothing, grew it organically to, I think we got up to about 1.4 million at one point, was making no money. So peeled it back to about the $1 million mark, making really healthy profits. We're making 35-40% profit. And then I sold it. Also in that time became a financial planner. So yeah, I got a fairly, and then probably I worked for the firm that bought me out, hated it because I got too far away.
Yeah.
Too far away from the complex. And
Yeah.
it's interesting because I was just, when I was going through and yesterday afternoon going through and putting in my, why I got into business coaching, because originally I was going to get into some sort of financial coaching, but when I was looking at it and, doing research, business owners don't want that. They don't want to know about, they don't want to be educated on the numbers, and obviously it's part of the process, but they don't want that. And I think accountants come from a perspective that, the accountant needs that. They need to know, but they don't want to know that. So coming at it from a different aspect of more around growth and, business profitability, which is why I got into coaching. So fairly roundabout way to doing that. But
I love it.
Yeah. So, but one of the
very,
things
very cool. Oh,
yeah.
Keep going.
One of the things in when I was working for the firm that bought me out is my role was like a BDM, and I was working with a group of coaches that coached in the veterinary space. And one of them, I was putting together a bookkeeping package for all their vets, and I said to them, what about cash flow projections and understanding what your BAS, which is our like the equivalent of your like a GST when you're, so when those GST payments have to be made, when the wages tax payments have to be made, and they had no idea. And so that got me thinking, well, people just don't understand the financial side of it, even coaches that were coaching in the vet space, and it just blew me away. So it's just sort of, I'm just trying to get the message out there as much as I can that, Yeah,
I love it. Do you still have any, do you still do work in the veterinarian space at all?
No, it's pretty heavily saturated with groups and a lot of them don't have any money. Do it a bit tough. So no, I haven't really ventured down that path.
That's cool. That's actually Kyla Dillard, one of our pretty darn popular clients. She's a very successful veterinarian for a very long time. And anyway, she might enjoy chatting. She's a very entertaining woman, I got to tell you. In fact, she might even be here, by the way. Look. No, she's not. But anyways, Kyla Dillard. Anyway, so she's a super successful veterinarian. But if you're not playing in that space, no big deal. All good. Well, there you go, Michelle. So, Michelle, I'm going to put you on the spot here. Hey, guys, by the way, we got a couple questions here, but we need a couple more. So put up your hand or plunk them in the thing. So if I were to put you on the spot with all our business coaches listening, as a very successful accountant, what is the best piece of advice that you could give to our business coaches?
Ask questions and get in front of as many people as you can and tell them what you do. The questions is,
And
ask
what?
Questions. Ask questions.
Okay, so if I were to put you on the spot, what about, and that's good, high five, love it. I didn't expect a marketing kind of sales answer from our accountant. So what would you say? So if I, no, that's okay. No, you answer whatever you want. But if I pressed you on the financials, maybe, as far as reading financials, or, if I pressed you on the number one thing that you would give them around financials that they might not have thought of or heard, what would you say?
I'd be looking at trends in the balance sheet. So, looking at it, has accounts receivable blowing out? Is your trade creditors blowing out? What's your bank accounts look like? Because that's going to give you a pretty good indication if their accounts receivable are blowing out, they're not collecting, their sales might be increasing, but if people are owing them more money than they did this time last year, then there's, that's an indication there could be an issue.
Yeah, I love it. I like that. But, keep going.
No, that was it.
No, that was great. And that's a great, and I agree. If you were to put me on the spot, I'd just say that, like, accounts receivable, and it's not just like accounts receivable. It's like accounts receivable needs to be an itemized list, and then ages as well, right? Like if it's $100,000 and there's 10 clients at $10,000 each, you got to have a list of all 10 companies, and then they would all have $10,000 beside it, and then you'd have 30, 60, 90, 121 days. Because again, are we going to be able to realize this cash, and do we need to put them on the phone, and who needs to pick up the phone? Because there is no more important part of their business than that right there, right? To go earn the money and then not collect it is stupidity at its absolute finest, but very common. The other
thing is people who tend to think they're pretty clever when they pay all their accounts as soon as they get them. And I've always, always, a funny story, I always say to my clients when I was in accounting, you know, take as much as long as you can to pay. And then I was chasing one of my bigger clients for some money, and he said, Michelle, but you told me to do this.
Oh, I love it. There you go. That one, guys, I want to make sure everybody heard what Michelle just said. Okay. So again, this is just accounts payable. She's saying that she would, because her client, Michelle, what would they say to you? No, I like to pay all my bills because I don't like having debt. Correct?
Yep. Exactly.
And you're like, oh my God, are you crazy? Right? The stupidest thing ever. And by the way, that's the same client that has an accounts receivable problem, correct?
Exactly. Yeah.
Ridiculous. And so I call that sweetheart syndrome. So everybody listening, like, guys, imagine having a client who has an accounts receivable problem, and then they pay everybody like immediately because they don't want to have debt. Okay. Imagine, and then they look at their bank account and they wonder why they have a cash flow problem, right? It's crazy. So your clients paying everybody immediately is, again, a good accountant, Michelle, with a lot of experience will tell you that is, I don't know that it's stupidity at its finest. It's a very uneducated business owner that doesn't understand the power of somebody else basically financing their company for 30, 60, 90 days, which why wouldn't you do that? If you have the opportunity to get free money, you take it, right? And that's free money.
Yeah. And I think it does come back to the scarcity mindset, because the people that I find that do that have a real issue around, you know, the whole money side of things.
Yeah, I love it. There we go. Well, beautiful. That was amazing. Okay, cool. Appreciate you, Michelle. You're a legend.
Thank you.
Speak to you later. All right, there we go. Okay, so Lauren, let's try Lauren. We're going to try one more time. Pat, you're up on like any feedback on what Michelle said there or what we were just talking about?
No, all good. I was moving ahead to Lauren actually.
Yeah, okay. Good.
Wondering.
All right, Lauren, you are live.
Live.
Okay, so I'm just kind of getting started on everything, and I'm a little bit of a slow starter just because I've got another company that I'm running also, but I'm getting very ramped up very quickly to basically hit the ground running the first of the year. Because I own a grill cleaning and repair company, and we work on fireplaces also. So I have a perspective of a small business owner, meaning under $3 million, but you know, and most everything that we do is cash based. You know, I don't have a lot of accounts receivables because, you know, most of the companies that we deal with, they're cash companies. You know, you order it, you pay for it type of deal. So there's not a whole lot of accounts receivables there. I wish there was, but there's not. But I'm trying to figure out how and when we can get into the profit acceleration software so that we can start going through it and getting more familiar with it.
Okay, so you're new with us, I take it?
Yeah.
Actually, Pat, do you want to just, it all happens. I mean, it can happen straight away. We just kind of, we slow play you a little bit, you know, because again, we don't want to overwhelm the heck out of you. So anyways, but Pat, could you show them where to go, please?
So I'm just going to click on my resources and let's see if it's here. Not there.
Registration.
Okay. Yeah, it'll be no results -no fee /PAS -request.
We can't see your screen. Oh, there you go.
Okay, yeah, I just paused it briefly there. So no results -no fee / or .com /PAS -request.
Okay.
And come down here and you'll see its access is limited. So just type in there, all caps, PAS for Profit Acceleration Software.
Okay.
There you go. Does that help?
Yeah, that helps me a lot.
Awesome. And by the way, so are you doing those? What kind of numbers you doing with your cleaning business? Sounds like you're doing into 7 figures. Are you?
we're a 3-year-old company. The first year we did about 500,000. Last year we did 800, and as of this year so far, we're at 902.
Good job. So if anybody was listening and they were coaching a business in and around the cleaning space outside of the obvious, what kind of advice would you give us?
Don't be afraid to grow the company and take over the market.
Okay, I like it. There you go. So mindset, is that what you just said in a nutshell?
It's got to be a mindset, and we're very customer service oriented business, and where reviews can make or break or kill the company. And you can't make everybody happy, but as long as you make 95%, you're good.
Yeah, gotcha. So online reviews play a huge part.
Oh
in your
yeah.
opinion?
And we hired a PR company that basically, because we would do after the fact letters, would you recommend us, how was your experience, thing like this. Well, we were getting great feedback, but it wasn't going anywhere. So we hired a PR company that would basically convert all of those into reviews. So we went from having 42 reviews to now we have almost 800.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. And now a negative review doesn't affect you because you've got so many. This is the X factor people don't realize.
Exactly. A negative or a lower review doesn't affect us as badly as it used to.
Yep.
So
yeah, cool. What's the number one form of marketing for your company?
We do a lot of like Thumbtack or Porch, a lot of word of mouth, online advertising, because we're barbecue repairs 911. So if you type in barbecue repair, those are 2 hot words.
Yep, love it.
So
and 911 brings a element of emergency to it.
Exactly, and that's exactly why I came up with that number.
Good name. Good name. Well done. Well, Lauren, good stuff, man. I'm glad we opened you up. Keep kicking butt. And
I had asked Adrian and Walter about a name for the company, and I had come up with one, and Curtis was kind of iffy on it. So then I came up with another one that is, hang on, let me pull it up here. It is, I had it right here in front of me. Clicked on the wrong screen, don't you know? Oh, more money or more revenue-moremoney.com.
Yeah, boom. You like, that's what you came up with? You like it?
That's what I came up with, yeah.
Yeah, cool. What and Curtis, did he approve?
Yeah, he liked it a lot.
Yeah, there you go. No, that's what I thought. I was like, that sounds pretty good to me. There you go. Cool. Yeah. I like it. So are you a franchise, or are you just start up privately?
I start up privately. I worked for another grill cleaning company, and was trying to give them business advice how to make things better and grow the company, but he just kind of poo-pooed my ideas. So waited a year and a half, saved up money, and I mean I put about 60 grand into it to start it up. The website, parts, labor, that kind of stuff. Yeah. And it's kind of been off and running ever since.
Gotcha. By the way, Lauren, did you send me an email today by chance?
I sure did.
And I think yep. You know what I'm laughing at, don't you?
Yep. Your answer. That was great.
So I thought, I'm sorry, dude, because I don't know. You get it. I'm replying to emails at about 300 miles an hour, and I didn't notice the spelling, so I just went Lauren. So I sent Lauren. He sent me a cool email going, "Hey, that was whatever. That was good." And I sent an XOXO, which I would normally do for females, right? Like I got to keep moving.
It's all right. I've been called worse. I got called a lot worse in the military. So.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, that just hit me. Oh my God, that's a classic. There you go. So you never send me another email again. Oh my God, I'm glad we opened it. Anyways.
I opened it. So.
What's up?
I said I opened it up and laughed. It's like,
I'm
a female, but I get that all the time, so no big deal.
Got it. Oh, that's a freaking classic. Okay, awesome. Lauren, champion, man, keep crushing it, buddy. Excited to see you get some results here, bud.
Yeah, I'm excited and can't wait.
Awesome. Okay, man, I'm going to put you back on mute. Appreciate having you here.
We got Billy Dixon.
Oh, Billy Dixon. Oh my God, that's a hilarious one. Okay, Billy Dixon, we are coming for you. You're self-muted.
Hello?
Billy, you're live.
Hey,
Hey.
just a quick question here about the on my website. There's the prep video for the profit acceleration presentation.
Yep.
I noticed that when I go check out the prep video is awesome, by the way.
Thank you.
That particular page on the website is not secure.
Wow. Okay, that's above my pay grade and probably Pat's too. Just can you do us a favor? Just the IT guys, just support. Can you send them a message and they'll tell you and they'll fix it or sort it out?
Okay.
Is that cool?
At the support email?
Yeah, just support at no results. Yaddy. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Okay, cool bananas. All right, awesome. Okay, and anything else if we pressed you on the software, what would be what question would you give us on the software?
I was wondering about the new presentation. Is that still in the works? The
which one?
The 100K presentation. I think Adrian was working on it.
Oh, you mean the training?
I think there was a new presentation that was supposed to be kind of like an upgrade of the 10K training, but meshed with the profit acceleration.
Yeah. Adrian's working on that. We've been redoing the entire thing again just to make sure we get it right. So, Adrian's putting final touches on the script, like a brand new script. We're going to make it very comprehensive, and then we'll have that off to designers. So we had a 100K training done, but we wanted to make it more comprehensive, put it as a part of a bigger training to make sure everyone can go through it and get it right. So, yeah, please be patient with that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Sounds awesome.
Good stuff. All right, Billy, we appreciate you, man. Going to put you back on mute. Is that all? Are you all good, Billy?
Yeah, that was it. Thank you.
Cool bananas. Billy's been active with us lately. Good to hear. I might start calling him Billy the Kid.
Billy the Kid.
Be careful. Billy the Kid. One of my favorite movies. That what's the movie, Pat? You know what I'm thinking of? Young Guns. There you go.
Guns.
Yeah, I love that movie. Billy the Kid. Emilio Estevez, one of my favorite actors. There you go. So Billy the Kid, you got yourself a new nickname. You might like it, you might not, but next time we open you're going to be Billy the Kid. All right. Pierre, we're coming for you. Dill, I'm going to make Emil your last name, so I'm not going to try. So Pierre, there you go. There you are. Pierre, you're live.
Yeah, mate. How are you?
Doing fabulous. What's happening? Say your last name for us.
My last name is De Villiers. It's French.
Oh, that's easy. De Villiers. I should have been able to. The Canadian, I should have been able to pull that one off. Hey, Pat, what the heck?
No, there's no need to pull it off, mate. That's fine. We don't want to know each other that well. The easiest way to remember it. You started it. Sorry.
Damn. I like you, Pierre. Well done, man. Well done.
The easiest way to remember it is just to say devil ears.
Devil ears. There we go. Okay, Pierre the Devil.
Simple.
There we go. What's happening? So how can we help you, Pierre the Devil?
I just wanted to add to Michelle's comment about the collection and the accounts receivable collection. For a lot of small businesses, I find they because they're selling to the customers, they sometimes struggle to then call the customer and say, hey, look, you owe me money, can you pay me money? So sometimes it's easy to just outsource the collection side of that accounts receivable. So find someone local that does it. A lot of people now will just do it and pay them a few bucks, and they give you a list every week or every month or whatever. And they're also good at following up. If someone says, I'll pay you on Thursday, they call again. So for a lot of small businesses, it might be an option that actually works really well with those accounts receivable.
Yeah. I actually, that's a really good point. So yeah, just everybody is here, you know what I mean? Like just outsource that the same way that you outsource, many other things like, lead generation, et cetera. That's one of the ones that you can outsource because you could mess up the relationship, right, Pierre? When you're constantly badgering them, not so much badgering, but you're calling your client, hey, you owe us money, yaddy. That can be a little bit dicey. So that's a great idea.
Yeah,
good point.
It just becomes difficult where you've got to call them today and say, hey, you owe us money, give us some money back, and then tomorrow once they've paid you, got to call them again and say, hey, did you want to buy something else? So sometimes for small business owners, that becomes a bit of a difficult situation. Yeah. So if it does become, if you're working with clients that have that issue, just outsource it, man. It's quick and easy. A lot of the outsourcing guys are brilliant at it.
Yeah, good job, Alex. It's great advice, Pierre the Devil. Good job. Anything else? If we press you on the software, what's the question?
Mate, for the software, I like it. Like I said, I made a comment to Pat last time. For me, on the dashboard side of things, I prefer to just code my customers where I do the thing. I prefer to not actually name the customers, but just put a code in there. So if I am jumping between demonstrations, I'm not displaying customer information.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Pat? Do you know what he's talking about there? Like just having a dual screen. Did we get that worked out?
Yeah, I think the advice was let's just make your own code as you do it. Use initials or something. Probably be better.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Okay, Pierre, thanks for participating, buddy. We appreciate it. I'll put you back on mute, buddy. No worries. Pat, Lauren is asking, what's the login again? It's just PAS-request, right?
Well, that's the website.
Yeah, that's what he's.
PAS-request, and the three-letter code is PAS, all uppercase.
All uppercase PAS, Lauren. There we go. Awesome. Okay, who else has got their hand up? I think somebody's got their hand up here. Somebody have their hand up, Pat?
I don't think so.
There we go. All right, folks. Well, we're doing good so far. Anybody got a question? Again, we need a Q in order to keep doing the A. So otherwise, you're going to have to. What's that?
I said, if not, we're going to start telling jokes.
Yeah, exactly. Well. Past performance. That's probably best. We just end the call, right? Or somebody could put up their hand and try Stump Pat. We could play Stump Pat, which we like to do. Right? Just come up with a ridiculous question that he's not going to be able to answer, hopefully. Maybe he will. Very smart guy. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, Pat. Is there anything else, Pat, you wanted to show us or say here before we let our fine folks go?
No, I think the one concern I have, and we'll have to put a note out about this, is for next week. My son is in Italy and he's flying back. He was supposed to fly back 10 days ago and he tested positive for COVID, even though he has no symptoms. So they stuck him in isolation in Italy. And so he did another test today and he's going to get the result on, I guess, tomorrow or Monday. And he's supposed to fly out Monday and I'll be in the DR. And so if that happens, I'll have to now drive across the country to a different airport from where he was originally coming in and pick him up. So that means I'll be gone all day Tuesday, which means I won't be able to make the call. So,
gotcha.
But we're not going to know about this till Monday. So maybe we'll just put out an email that says, if I'm gone, the call will be canceled. And we'll pick it up.
Or I can handle, but you know what? If there's I'll just say nothing, anything overly technical. I'll just,
yeah, could do that.
I'll just run over the top of them and reach out. So yeah, look, I think we should be all right. I'll handle her, buddy. And, so if you can make it, that will be awesome. But otherwise I'll just handle it. And anything overly technical, we will leave for the next week. So there we go.
Right.
We can handle that, bud. All good.
Cool.
All good. Cool bananas. All right. Well, and everybody, on behalf of everybody, I hope, Mark's doing all right, man. That's no fun. It's no fun getting COVID, but he's very young. He's got no problem.
Yeah, it doesn't mean he has it. It just means he tested positive for it. And, these tests are often wrong. So you never know.
Cool.
Just hope he doesn't
that is correct. Hope he doesn't what, sorry?
Hope it doesn't happen again. He's got no symptoms. So if he tests positive again, it's kind of another 10 days in isolation is not a good thing.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, he's a young man, too. That's no fun. Oh, crazy times, man. Well, I hope he's all right. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Keep us all posted. But anyways, okay, bud. Everybody, we appreciate you guys. We appreciate you pulling out. Great questions and whatnot. And the banter. Pat, we appreciate your magic. So for now, we got an early call here, folks. And we will see you. What day is it here? It's Thursday. So next week, we'll see you on Tuesdays, a few hours earlier than today. So thanks so much, folks. And we shall speak to you all later.